Hello, everybody. I'm Sam from Polyhedra, and I'm here with our co-founder, CTO, and most important, my good friend, TC. How you doing, TC?
It's great. How are you doing, Sam?
I'm great, man. I'm actually really good. What have you been up to since we last spoke?
Well, I mostly great. We have a major update on the OCache, mostly backend side, and we have integrated a new chains called Base. I believe a lot of people have heard about it. Yeah, it's
It's very excited, and the base team are excited about our integration, and there'll be an announcement going out later today on that for all of our community to see. Before we get started into some questions, I also want to congratulate all the winners from our OCache our Christmas campaign, and all the participants. It was great to see so much activity, and we will be having a refresh for Valentine's Day. We had a proof of love campaign last year that was very successful, and this one will be doing that around OCache. So look out for a specific and special Valentine's Day proof of love campaign that's being announced next week. Great. All right. So let's kick off some questions. Again, thank you so much for all the questions from the community. We've had over hundreds of questions. So it's great to be here, and we'll try to answer as many as possible in our time slot. So start off with user Leoton, and his question is, many in the community are watching price and chain activity separately. How do you think chain usage milestones like 100K plus OCache transactions should shape expectation around the project's real progress, even if the token price isn't booming?
I'm not sure whether the chain is which chain is referring to, but I would like to focus more on the OCache side.
Yeah.
I mean, OCache is kind of a real revenue driver for the company. So it will be proportional. So with revenue going up, the price will proportionally going up. But so that's why we are trying to push it as hard as possible. Yeah.
Thank you so much, TC. J and Z J and Z question. From my perspective, Okash adds constraints to money. Do you think the future of payments becomes less free but more trustworthy? Interesting question.
Uh, I would say Okash doesn't add too much constraint on money. It's private, right? It's giving
Yeah.
you more freedom. It's mostly, for example, in the public blockchain, you have so many constraints just because they are public. You
Yeah.
don't. It's kind of a hidden constraint that you don't want other people to see some specific type of transactions you're making. Uh, so the future of payments, I believe it's more like free, but you cannot violate the real red lines like the law.
Mm.
So it's basically you have full freedom, you have full privacy, if and only if you don't violate the law.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, it's
my
really
perspective.
interesting. I mean, just stable coins, like just focusing on stable coins, just seems like such an interesting way, you know, it seems like such an interesting way for not just crypto exchanges, but settlement for all exchanges. I just noticed that the New York Stock Exchange have released a 24/7 tokenized trading platform. You know,
Yeah.
just
Well,
what are your thoughts on
the,
that?
the trader will be three times more busy.
Of course,
Yeah.
yeah, I know. We like to make our lives harder, basically through new technologies. You know, we like to work harder. You know, markets always open, but people think. I mean, you know, you see like tier one VC and all these guys actually that aren't even in the crypto space that are very interested in these payment rails. You know, because I genuinely I love stable coins. I just think there's such a better way to move money. And from our perspective, I think Okash, I think you agree. Privacy is a missing perspective of that. I mean, I don't know how settlement works and without privacy on especially when tokenizing real world assets. I don't know.
Let's go
I'm not
ahead.
sure. I don't know. Okay. All right. Okay.
We don't
So
need to know.
I don't need to know. Great. Okay.
We just see
We'll just see what
what
happens, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, we'll just see
exactly.
what happens.
Okay. So next question's from Oksana. Does Okash take into account the high transaction costs for those outside the top 20? Participating might not be worth it if the rewards only cover gas fees.
I'm not sure what do you mean. Uh it's like the rules are kind of public. You have to
Mm.
calculate. You have to calculate whether it's worth it or not by yourself, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And we're hoping that people are using Okash as it's a useful product, not just for to farm rewards. So the rewards are meant to be fun and engaging for the community to enjoy, but our goal is to build products that are good, and that are helpful. So I would like to more focus there. All right, so Novik to Star. When AI agents handle funds, is compliance with rules enough, or should outcomes also be judged?
It should be judged, but I would say AI agents are more honest than human at the moment.
Mm.
Uh, but it still should be judged. Still, there is
Okay,
no difference.
no, good question. And Novik, you have a second question as well. If you could change one assumption the market currently holds about privacy, AI, or compliance, which would it be and why?
Good question. Um, I would say the market currently hold some negative assumptions about AI. Well, I don't. I think they should change. I think it should be changed. Because I do believe AI is a very powerful technology and very good. People should not stop it from improving, from progressing, and that's my opinion. Yeah.
No, thank you, man. No, thanks for that. It's good insight. Um, from Cyberrun, what do you think will be, interesting question, what do you think will be the most unexpected use case for Okash in 2026?
It's unexpected, so I have no idea, right? It's if I have any idea about this, then it's expected.
That's great. I think my guess is that, and I had a conversation about this. It's for charity. I think charity platforms will, want to use Okash. So, donations to different causes can become anonymous. So that's my guess. All right. So ZK Shadow, Sam, do you think we are in a moment where Polyhedra's technology is ahead of what people are psychologically ready to accept? Yeah, I mean, I think that's always a problem when you're building things to solve difficult, forward-thinking problems. We've spoken about this a lot. We don't know how AI agents and AI in general and payments will be impacting our lives in 5 to 10 years. All we can do is make an educated guess, and build tools that we think will be useful in the future. And that's how big businesses are generally created. Look at NVIDIA. I mean, they're kind of middle market company for a long time, now the most valuable company in the world, when their technology was basically caught up to for the demand of AI and compute. So yeah, we're just going to stay around and stay in the game and keep building, and then when it's mainstream consensus, and as you put, the psychology is ready to accept, we'll be ready. So,
Yeah.
all right, back to you, TC.
Yeah.
What's up?
Go ahead.
You agree with that?
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, this is a good question as well. Hello, TC. What's your opinion on economic accountability in systems where decisions are made by AI rather than humans?
It's it AI agents are easier to be accountable because we know how they are run and how they compute. Uh,
Mm.
Compared to human, like we have we have almost zero idea about how our brain runs, right? So that's a very good that's a very good feature that AI can provide to the economic accountability. Uh, and we have full control on how on their fingerprint online. So that's will greatly improve this. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. No, thank you. I completely agree with that as well. All right. Next question from Marv. In July 2025, you outlined a Phoenix revival plan focusing on delivering Okash, Egg, and a third product. That third product was verifiable AI, and we have already released the first version of Polyhedra ID. Which I just want to say before the rest of the question that I'm really proud of the team, that we've kept delivering products, even through the adversity. As we look back on the roadmap, what has been the single biggest challenge of in turning that plan into shipped features, and what key milestone are you confident about hitting in 2026?
The single most challenging one is the TKML performance. Um, no, we have achieved like 1,000 times improvement or more, but that improvement was based on a very low benchmark. But the older ones are a billion times or even more slower than the inference. Even
Mm.
we have achieved several thousand times improvement over that, we are still hundreds times faster, slower than the inferencing. So that technological challenge is the biggest one, that the biggest barrier that from in ZKML, and we are still working on that. Um, yeah, but if we solve this thing, the ZKML will be widespread and everything we can work we can adapt on every single model. But before that, we are still writing code, writing very hard code. Yeah.
Yeah, no, got it, man. No, thank you for that. I'll give you a break. This next one's for me from Oron Fade. Polyhedra is building deep infrastructure and end user products simultaneously. How do you prioritize, as CMO, how do you prioritize messaging and resources between these two very different efforts? Is there a tension, or do they directly fuel each other? Um, I've never thought about it like that. I've thought about that we have, incredible research that then turns into deep infrastructure, TC side, and then like most infrastructure business, we need to create products that the users can use. I hope in the future that particularly around verifiable AI and EXP chain, sorry, verifiable AI and ZKML, that it's mainly developers taking our products, and also with Okash, we do have that consumer side, the retail portal, but we have developer tools, and that's where we think the mass scale happens when the models are using our cryptographic techniques and other techniques to secure their AI systems. I still see that we're a massive part of the cybersecurity space, over the next 10 to 20 years. And then with Okash, I see that we're going to be a huge element of the payment space. So that's not just from a consumer level, that's from a developer infrastructure level. So, I hope that answers your question, but I've never seen it like as that complicated. So, yeah, that's me. I don't know if you have anything else to add, TC.
Great answer. I think we can move on to the
Great.
next
Okay.
one.
Obediency. Feels like these are getting a little bit repetitive. It's all good. Okash introduces a rare balance between privacy, compliance, and AI-driven payments. How does a Okash design avoid the usual trade-off between regulatory requirements and user privacy?
It's sort of privacy in the whole running system. So basically, we have a mechanism. It's basically zero knowledge proofs, right? We have a mechanism that prove that your transaction met all the requirements by yourself. So you prove it. You have full you are full legit by yourself. So you avoid any privacy leak. So basically, if it's legit, then zero knowledge proof will help you to uh, to cover all the privacy part, and if it's not, then zero knowledge proof automatically fails, and you cannot be on chain. That's how we design it.
Absolutely. No, no, great answer, man. All right, moving on. Malik XP 2025 was amazing regardless. Thank you. Thanks.
Go
I have
ahead.
different feelings, but thank you. I'm much more excited about 2026. We finished strong with Ocash's Christmas campaign, which ends today. What is the marketing step Polyhedra taking for Ocash, and what will the revenue generated from this campaign use for? All right, so as I mentioned at the start of the show, we have multiple campaigns coming. So that's from the kind of marketing community side. We're also in the process of finishing the SDK for Ocash, and the target for that is fintech and different DeFi projects. So and plenty of co-marketing. TC is also integrating Ocash into different partnerships, such as the base partnership he mentioned that will go live today. And the revenue generated, is just to go back into building the business. I mean, that's all. It's all about trying to get the business to the next stage. And just wanted to say one thing: crypto in general is in a tough position at the moment. I mean, outside of Bitcoin and ETH and maybe Solana, there's not a lot of liquidity. So, it's the time where we have to be careful and considerate and just focus on building. So any revenue we get goes back into pushing the business forward. I'm not sure, TC, if you have anything else to add there.
That's my idea too. So we need more revenue to push this forward. Yeah.
Yeah, 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 absolutely, man. Right on. All right. Well, we've got a time for a couple more in this week's slot, but as always, we'll be back next week. And thank you for everyone's questions again. Jude Marcus, I think you've answered this, and there's optimization happening. Looking ahead with Ocash and ZKML both relying on snarks, how is Polyhedra preparing for post-quantum threats?
Oh, it's most. I would say currently we are not post quantum, but there are a lot of zero knowledge proofs algorithms that is post quantum, so we can easily switch to that. That's not a big issue for us. Uh, I think that answers the question, right?
Yeah, I need to talk to you more offline about, a lot of my family and friends are asking me about post-quantum threats. I don't know what to
It's
say.
not. I
I
don't
need
know. I don't think it's a big issue for crypto. It's more like we need some time to adapt.
Yeah, a friend of mine said to me, like, he's quite a conspiracy theorist, worried guy. And he told me that, if I have any sensitive documents on my computer, I should remove them, quantum's going to crack all passwords and stuff like that. So I don't know what
Not
your
there yet.
thoughts are on
Not
that.
there yet. Not
Not
there
there yet.
yet. It's like, so currently we can build computers with several with hundreds of physical qubits. It's not that big. The algorithm necessary to the algorithm to break the crypto system need millions of logical qubits. where logical and physical are different over me. It's a several millions times uh gap in between. So
Wow.
it's
Okay. Got it. So thank you, man. That's awesome. That's very cool. All right. And the last question for today is from I'm going to choose a good one. All right, Taze, it's a good one. In what ways could private stable coins like those in Open Cash, Okash, empower individuals in region with limited banking access, such as Nigeria?
it's totally free. You can log in everywhere in the world, right? So it's space. It can bring the state the tech bring blockchain the technology to these areas where they can have a very stable system to use. Well, there will not be a arbitrary closure, or they're not affected by local infrastructure breakdown. Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome.
So
TC, man, thank you so much for doing this today with me. I always love talking with you. I always learn something. Really good fun, and thank you so much to the community for showing up. You know, I always love the optimism and excitement, and let's keep cooking, and we'll see you guys next week.
yeah, see you guys.